Hey guys, welcome to Dom's Italian Pizza. Tonight you're in for a good deal. We're making an Italian mussel pizza using a nice red wine as a sauce base. From here, we're going to introduce our ingredients. Starting with the purple onions, white sweet onions, green peppers, parsley, and of course, 3 cheeses. The main ingredient for this, of course, is going to be the mussels. Store-bought mussels, you got to make sure that they're safe to eat. Always check each mussel individually after washing thoroughly. And if there's any beard on it, just pull it off, discard it. You don't want to eat that. But to make sure the mussel's safe, always make sure that it's closed. If you find them open, they're not safe to eat. If it is open, just tap it on the wood and ensure that the mussel closes. If it closes, that means the mussel's still alive and it's safe to eat. We're starting to create our sauce now. We're using all those ingredients that I showed you at the beginning of the show with a little bit of butter. We're just gonna have this butter melt right in, and we're gonna saute this to a nice creamy texture with a little bit of wine addition as required. This process should take about 5 minutes. Once it's all done, we'll add the clams. Look at those beautiful colors. And it smells absolutely delicious. Okay, we're just gonna wait till this turns a little bit soggy. And of course, this is gonna be our main base for the pizza. This is gonna go right onto the pizza dough before we put the clams on. And while I'm waiting, guys, I get to enjoy this great wine. Salute. Cheers. All right, so we're ready to put the mussels in. I'm just gonna throw these into the pot. We'll give it a few minutes for them to steam up. Typically, it should take about 5 minutes. You'll notice that all the clams will open up. Let me just put the lid on and let's wait and see. At this point, 3 minutes into the cooking, we're going to add a little bit of parsley just for that little flavor. Hey guys, we're about 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes into this cooking process. And as you can see, the mussels have started to open. We'll just give it a couple more minutes and we're gonna take those babies out. Oh my God, this smells delicious. I've got to take these mussels out of this nice sauce. And I'll just put them into this bowl, let them cool off. And I have to take the actual mussels out eventually. This is amazing. We're going to thicken up this sauce by simply adding a little bit of white flour so that we can actually create some thickness to the sauce so that it doesn't run off the pizza dough when we're applying it. As you can see, the sauce is a beautiful rosé color. Of course, made from the wonderful ingredients of onions, green peppers, and of course, the amazing red wine. Take a look at this sauce. It's absolutely beautiful. I think I put enough flour to thicken up this sauce. Just look at the beautiful color of this sauce. It's amazing. So, I just made a couple batches of dough yesterday, had it in the fridge overnight, and here it is. It's on my cutting board, my pizza dough board. I'm simply gonna form it into a regular pizza dough by hand. And then once it's all done, the ingredients are ready and they go right on top of this baby. Time for our sauce. We want to spread this right to the edges. We don't really want to get it over the edges or else it's going to make a little bit of a mess in the oven. It'll start to smoke, so we got to avoid that at all expense. Okay, so that's our base. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the other ingredients. We're now adding purple onions to our pizza as a topping to complement what's already in the sauce. A little bit of sweet onions. A little bit of green peppers. And for our last ingredient, we're going to chuck these mussels right out and let them land on this beautiful pizza. You can see that I'm using the shell to just distribute them. Of course, you only want to take the mussels that have been opened. Some of them are more stubborn than others. They don't want to come out of their shell, but they all end up in the shell, out of the shell eventually. Okay, we just finished putting on all the mussel. Now we're going to do the reverse. We're going to put the pizza cheese on last. We want to keep all that flavor inside locked in, fresh. So when it comes out of the oven, it's actually amazing. And for the final touch, the amazing oregano. And in the oven it goes for about 20 minutes. Until it's cooked. Okay guys, I think the pizza's just about ready. Yes it is. Look at that color. What a beauty. Look at that cheese. Look at the browning of the cheese. Look at the crust. Look at the crunch. Listen to that crunch. Nice air pockets there. Now for the final touches. A little bit of parsley. Doesn't have to be perfect. A little bit of ground pepper. And finally, a little bit of olive oil. We're just going to let that cool a few minutes before we cut it.